That's all right.
This is Michael Chavez with 840, part of Team TCS. We're gonna do Dark World deck profile. I'm gonna be running this at San Antonio Regional September 1st. We'll see how I do with it. First off, we're starting off with one beige. One beige, you have to run it. I was actually thinking of running two, but I don't want this deck to go over 40, and I couldn't think of anything else to take out. So we have to run one beige. I'm running two tour guides because the tour guides went down to two, but I still like tour guides. They'll still pull each other or pull a beige. That's pretty good. So we can get Zen Mateys or Leviathan or Levier, whatever you want. Um, Morphine jar. Some people don't like morphine jar, but I actually like morphine jar. Of course, you're gonna take it out during a mirror match, but morphine jar is really good. There's also a deal that I do with Wind Up Zen Master to flip him again, so he can go off twice. That would be freaking awesome. And I've done it a couple of times. Um, we're doing two goals. Two goals. Basically, we're doing the two goals so we can do Adrius or Tiris, so I can bring it out. That they're two pretty good cards, so that's why I'm running the goals for that. If there's a mirror match, the golds come out pretty good, but we're only running two of them. You have to run the three brows. You have to run the three graphas, and you have to run the three snows. Those are the three that you actually have to run. Uh, those are pretty much basic monsters. We're going with spells. With the spells, I start off with Monster Reborn. It should be a staple for anybody, but in this deck, it's a +1. You get Brow or Snow, and you pop it back to your hand to get another search, or you draw another card, and you get Graph out in the field. So that's pretty good. Card Destruction. Card Destruction, you get everybody's effect. There's no problem with that. Plus, you get cards in the graveyard for your gates. We run three gates. Gates of Dark World is the best card in this deck, followed by Dark World Dealings. Those cards are just awesome. They're meant for Dark World. Drag downs, hell. Take your opponent's monsters and whatever else you don't like. I run two mists. I haven't needed any more of that because of Grapha. But it's running pretty smooth. And then I just threw in Lure of Darkness. It runs pretty quick. I haven't had any problems with it. Anything faster, I did try to make it faster at one point, but I was decking out, so I stopped doing that. I milled it down a little bit or slowed it down a little bit. We're going to traps. Return from different dimension. You're going to be removing a lot of things with Gates of Dark World. So to bring them back all at the same time to either XYZ or to bounce back for Grapha, or that's an awesome card. I mean, some people say it's a dead draw early on, but shoot, even if you do two or three, you can bounce back for Grapha and pull off a nice XYZ to come back either which way. Starlight Row. If I could just negate something, or a heavy or a dark hole, it's awesome. If you actually decide to pull out the Stardust, oh my God, some people hate to see that card. It's just another thing you have to worry about. Um, Throw in Stardust with, say, I don't know, a Shockmaster. That'd be just awesome. So that's some of the things that you have to be worried about. Um, I like two skill drains because everybody depends on basically their monster's effects to win them the match. That's one thing about Dark World. Its main objective is to overpower your opponent, draw cards fast, and negate. In my case, negate everything. And when I start saying negate everything, two Dark Bribes, two Solemn Warnings, and then I run 3 Reckless Greeds. At first, I wasn't running the Reckless Greeds, but since I saw how they go, Reckless Greeds, you draw 2 cards. You can't draw 2 for 2 turns after that, but I've noticed how many times I have gone into either drag downs, or I've gone into Dark World Dealings, or I've gone into the Gates of Dark World, and it's almost like it didn't have a backdraw to it. Or I even go into another Reckless Greed, and people are like, wow, just whatever, I guess my deck's too slow or whatever, and Dark World is fast, it overpowers you, it's just an awesome deck. The total for the deck, that's 40 cards. There's 15 monsters, 14 spells, and 11 traps. So, it comes out to 14. Okay, this is our extra deck. In the extra deck, we use Wind Up Zen Meister. I only have one of him because you have 2 for level 4s, which is easy to pull off. When you pull it off, you have the only one that I have that can use that, which is the Morphing Jar. But if you do Morphing Jar twice, you just swarm the field like crazy, and you got a heck of a lot of cards, which it's going to go off. So you're going to set the cards that you need, and you get that card advantage. If I can get you to drop cards and then drop cards again, and it just all went to the graveyard, that's just gravy. Gem Knight, I like Gem Knight because it's 26, 2 4-stars. Doesn't have an effect, but if you need to go over something that's 25 and you need a 26, that's the card. I use Adrius and Tiras, and those cards are just awesome if you can pull them off. 2 5s is easy to do in this deck. You'll see that I only run 2 goals, but they do come out like a lot, believe it or not. I end up bouncing them back to my hands, throwing them or whatever, and they end up coming out. Meststroke, that's an awesome card. That too, you can book an opponent's monster, roll over it. That's, they always have weaker defenses than attacks. Leviathan Dragon, we run 2 of those. You never know. We have a lot of 3s in this deck, so that might come out. Wind Up Zen Mates. Wind Up Zen Mates, heck, if you're going to do an XYZ on the first turn to stall, or you don't know what they're going to throw up, that's the best card to throw up. That or Gachi Gachi, which I can't do Gachi Gachi in this deck, but Wind Up Zen Mates is cool. I do Wind Up Arsenal Zen Moth as well. Heck, it pops 2 cards. If all you have is a backfield and I exceed and pop 2 cards, that's awesome. I can attack for 26. I also run, it's the Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. She can't be destroyed when you discard 1. I don't know. I might need it every once in a while, or something might come up that I might use her. But this is Team CCS, and like I said, we're going to be in San Antonio September 1st. If you want to subscribe, you can go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be profiling a lot of decks. The next deck we're going to do is a Gishi deck, or a Gishki. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but we're going to be doing that here soon. But the way we built it, it's running really good. It gets a lot of pluses. Sure, you're losing cards, but you get a lot of pluses.